looking to go from Milwaukee to Muskegon, Michigan, the fastest way is not by car, it's by ferry. A sure sign of summer is seeing ferries back on Lake Michigan. It's an adventure, a unique and serene passage from one side to the other. But what goes into making your leisurely trip possible?
Getting the ship ready is an all-day affair. We start at 4 o'clock in the morning, but before that, we've had an all-night shift that's doing the fueling and doing the maintenance on the engines.
A 9-person crew rotating every round trip. Teamwork is needed to get the ferry ready.
And it's a team effort that goes throughout the day, whether it's the captains and the mates that are steering, whether it's the deckhands that are, again, securing the vehicles and loading.
Carrying more than 100,000 passengers a year, the Lake Express has it down to a science from the moment you board, by foot or by car. First mate Anthony Katerpsky is one of the first faces you see when you drive on board.
It's a big game of Tetris.
All right, good to go. Watch the back, watch the back.
So you want to make sure that all the cars fit on the boat. You want to make sure that the heavy cars go on the bow to keep the bow down. So the engines are really heavy. They sit on the back of the boat, so it sits usually like this. Try and get the heavy trucks on the forward side to level that out a little bit, right? Certain cars fit in certain spots better. Obviously, an SUV is not going to have the same turning radius as a Toyota Prius.
Once on board, we made our way up to the bridge.
We're currently operating at about 1,942 RPMs, which is pushing us through the water at 30.9 knots, which is roughly around 35 miles an hour.
Danny Hetko has dreamed of being a captain since he was in the first grade.
Well, at 13, I had my boater's license, so I could do that before I could drive.
Captain Hetko gave us a tour of the bridge, including one of the primary ways he navigates.
So on this screen right here, we've got our 4 engines. The Lake Express is a catamaran. We have 2 engines in each hull, totaling 12,000 horsepower, 3,000 horsepower each. We're able to monitor everything from up here, but on this electronic chart, it'll show up any other traffic, any other large freighters or vessels that might be in our path.
When in the bridge, you might expect to see a classic ship wheel, but not on the Lake Express.
There's a few different ways we can steer the vessel. We've got the combinators, which we use when we're docking. Otherwise, we've got this joystick right here that I can control.
Senior Vice President of the Lake Express, Aaron Schultz, says people come from all over just to enjoy the views the ferry offers.
Somewhere here on the ship right now, we have people, I looked at the manifest from Germany and Belgium already early in the season, and then in the middle of the season, you'll see people from all over the world. So you never know who you're going to meet when you ride the Lake Express.
It's not just a way to avoid annoying traffic. It's a ride that offers freedom, a moment to appreciate the splendor of the Great Lakes.
And that was Pavlina Oster reporting. Wouldn't have guessed it was as simple as a little joystick.
It's like a video game, right?
Right?
A lot of kids might want to now be the captain of the Lake Express.
Well, and neat to know that he did want to do that from a very young age.
13,
so
before he could drive a car. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's my Milwaukee bucket list thing to do. I mean, I want to do it, and that only made me want to do it more.
Right. We talk about the Lake Express ferry a lot this time of year, and I feel like we say that every time. I've done it, you haven't.
I know.
You need to book a trip.
I'm in.
It's
Gotta
fun.
do it. Gotta do it.
Get sandwiches and drinks on the boat.
Yeah.
It's great.
I wonder if Droop are going